Hello and welcome to video number 1000 on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. Yes, this is the 1000th video we've done covering consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, anything we think makes the travel experience better. And today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Voltme Revo 100 charger. Now, if you've been watching the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel regularly, you know that we quite like the Voltme brand. They're reliable chargers that don't produce a lot of heat. They use gallium nitride or GaN technology, which means that the chargers can be smaller, lighter, and charge multiple devices efficiently. In this case, this is a 100-watt charger, which should be fine for charging devices such as laptops, large tablet computers, and multiple devices at once, such as smartphones, tablets, and laptops. So let's open up the packaging. Just as on other Voltme devices we've unboxed and reviewed here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel, the packaging is pretty simple, and as this device from Amazon is, you have a cardboard box. There's a few details here saying that it's PD fast charger, that's a power delivery fast charger, and a few details on the back giving you a very detailed breakdown of the combinations of the 3 ports on the device and their power output in those conditions, and the fact that this is a Revo 100 gallium nitride charger or GaN charger. This is a UK plug in black. It is also available in white on Amazon, and we'll link in the description to where you can purchase the device from there. But let's open up the box and see what's inside. Just as with other Voltme devices that we've reviewed here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel, there is minimal wastage in terms of documentation that no one ever reads. So there is something, it gives you a few details about the product and so forth. We'll leave that there. There's also a thank you card thanking us for our purchase, and then there's a bag here that contains the 100-watt charger from Voltme itself, and the rest is cardboard packaging, so very good for reducing the amount of stuff that goes to landfill. This is all recyclable, and we'll put it aside. So just first impressions, it has a bit of heft to it. You can see there's some very gentle dimpling on the side of the device, and an embossed and glossy Voltme logo on the side here. We have a USB Type-A port, a USB Type-C port, and another USB Type-C port, just a bit of dimpling on the side, and then again the same detailed output in details here. I'll obviously, whilst editing this, put in an overlay of the actual details. Feel free to rewind the video to look at that if you find it useful. And yeah, that's it, standard UK plug. So what I'm going to do is pull down my AOFO multi-region plug and pop the Voltme Revo in it. Now, as it's plugged in, you can see that there is a little light coming on that indicates that the device is plugged in. And what I'm going to do now is try out a few devices with cables that we've already reviewed here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel, some of them with little readers that will tell us how much power is going through them. So I'm going to start off with our McDodo charging cable. It's a 100-watt capable one, and what we're going to do is plug it in to a USB Type-C port. There we go. So that's done. And then once we've done that, we're going to take a device which I've prepared today. This is the Honor Magic 5 Pro. It's capable of charging at 66 watts. So let's see how it does. It's currently starting off from a 5% charge. I'm going to plug in the device, and we do see that it's charging, and it's supercharging. Now obviously Honor use their own proprietary charging standard, which can be handled differently than standard PD. And as you can see, we only seem to be pulling 4 watts through the cable. Let me just check. There's obviously something running in the background here. We'll close everything. Sounds like some game music in the background. Yeah, Mobile Legends has obviously crashed. We'll close that. Okay, so that's done. It's not in game mode anymore. I'm going to switch off the screen, give it a few moments, and it's gone up to 6 watts, but definitely not what you'd expect, because Honor is using its own standard, which is not really compatible with power delivery. Let's try another device which does use a more open standard, or let's say a more common standard. This is the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE, the device we have covered here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. It has a 2% charge, so I'm going to plug it in, and we'll see that it jumps up to 10 watts, so more than the Honor Magic 5 Pro was pulling, and it's gone straight up to 23-24 watts. The Samsung Galaxy S21 FE does charge at 25 watts, so that they call that super fast charging, and we do get told that that's what's happening. So we'll just show you the details of that. So we're connected, we've got that double thing, we're seeing that it's there, and it says that it's super fast charging. So it's 1 hour and 16 minutes until full. So not great, especially when you have other brands like Honor offering 66 or even 100 watt charging, but it does work, and it's running at 24 watts at the moment. Great, so Samsung super fast charging, this is compatible with it, provided you have a decent cable with it. Let's take another device. This one will need to be switched on. This is the Nokia G22. It's running a Unisoc chipset. It does USB Type-C charging. It has its own sort of proprietary setup. It charges at up to 20 watts. So let's see what it takes. It is already on a low charge, so we've primed it for this test. And again, we're getting 20 to 24 watts, which is more than the declared 20 watt fast charging. Now it's dropping down to just under 20, but that's a good sign. It means that in this case, Nokia's Unisoc friendly standard is charging at 24 watts. So individually, we've seen a few devices that we've gone through. Let's try a Xiaomi device. This is the Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G, which means it is capable of charging at 120 watts, which is ridiculous. And it's saying that it is quick charging, but let's see how quick. So it's pulling 20 watts. It's gone up to 40, 49, 50. Okay, so we're doing quite well here. Saying that it's power delivery, it's gone up to 63 watts. So again, we have confirmation that the Voltme is capable of outputting through one USB port with a 100 watt compatible charger up to 60 watts just for a smartphone. So great, we've proven that. Let's try and get a device that does pull a bit more. So this is the Honor Pad 8 tablet computer. It's currently sitting at 15% charge, so relatively low. I'm going to plug in the same McDodo cable with the Voltme charger and see how much that pulls. So it's saying that we have the charging icon with a double lightning bolt, but it's charging at 12 watts, so not that much there going through to the pad. Again, this is an Honor device with a Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset. It's the Snapdragon 6 series 695, but it's only pulling 11 watts from a 15 watt condition. And finally, for single device charging, we'll try my trusty HP laptop and see how much that can pull when plugged in. So this is the HP X360 EliteBook. Currently at 0, but it's just starting up. Cool, so 2 watts to start up. Let's turn the machine on. So and just as I switch it on, it bounces up. It's now at 17 watts. The screen is switching on, gone up to 30. So it's starting to pull some proper power here. So the laptop is showing that it is charging. That's cool. We're now at 50 watts. And I've now unlocked Windows. Let's see what our reader in the McDodo cable says. Still 23 watts. There we go. So yeah, we're definitely getting 66 watts from there, and that's what this device is capable of charging at. So quite happy with that. You can charge your laptop at 65 watts quite comfortably using the Voltme Revo. So we've seen a few smartphones, we've seen the laptop. Now let's extend the challenge and plug in this case, an Essiger cable with USB Type A. This is USB Type A to USB Type C. And we're going to do that in combination with the McDodo cable. So we'll have a look at how things perform with two devices. Now, obviously, the indication from Voltme is that the charger will reduce the output of USB Type-C and limit the output of the USB-A port. So what I'm going to do is plug the USB-A port into the Honor Magic 5 Pro, the one that wasn't charging very quickly previously, and we'll see if that does anything. Now, ironically, the USB-A port is charging faster than the USB Type-C was on its own. And whilst we're there, we'll leave that charging, and we'll also take the Nokia G22. And so we're seeing charging at 21 watts, but the Honor Magic 5 Pro is only charging at 11 watts. So you've got two devices charging. The Nokia is charging as fast as it was previously, whereas the Honor Magic 5 Pro really doesn't like the Voltme charger. That's probably because it's a proprietary charging standard. Let's see if we can fast charge the, in this case, the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE at the same time. So in this case, we're going up. Yes, we can. So you can see that the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE is charging at 16 watts at the moment, and the Nokia is still pulling 21. So that's across two devices. USB Type-C is obviously getting more power to it. We could try swapping the two around to see what happens. So the Nokia bounces up to 4 watts. And things you can see that it is quite a complex setup. So the Samsung is now plugged into the USB Type-C port and is pulling 24, 25 watts, whereas the Nokia has dropped down to 4, 5 watts, just using USB Type-A. And last but not least, I'm going to take another Essiger cable. This is USB Type-C to Type-C. And this is one that we've also covered on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. You can go and search for those or look at the link in the description. We're going to charge a third device at the same time using USB Type-C. Okay, so we'll try in this case we will try the Honor Magic 5 Pro again. It's only charging at 10 watts. Meanwhile, the Nokia is charging at 4 and the Samsung is at 24. So again, Honor being the weakest link in this context, maximum it gets is 10 watts. So now things have stabilized. We've got 24 watts for the Samsung, 12 for the Nokia, and 10 for the Honor Magic 5 Pro. Let's try swapping out the Honor Magic 5 Pro and take the Xiaomi 11T and pop that one in. there you go. So the Samsung continues to pull 24 watts, the Nokia continues to pull 12, and in this case the Xiaomi is pulling 4. It's reducing the output of one of the ports because the total is not as expected. So in terms of charging, if you're traveling, if you're going to be charging your devices overnight, this will charge 3 devices overnight, but only one of them will really charge rapidly, and that's the one coming out of the main USB Type-C port. Okay, so I think we've done a bit of extensive testing. Let's feel the state of the charger. It's still cool to the touch. We have been putting some significant juice through the device, and I'd say it's doing its job. In terms of its compactness for, in this case, a 100-watt charger, I'm very, very happy. If you need to charge, say, a MacBook or a laptop that is USB Type-C and power delivery compatible, this will do a good job. Just bear in mind that brands like Lenovo, Dell and others may use proprietary formats, which means you won't get the full 100 watts out of the USB Type-C port, the one here indicated with the laptop symbol. But for most other devices, it's great. It seems to do the job, and we've seen it charging my HP laptop, so all as expected. Now, we'll link in the description to where you can purchase this. I will give you another quick view of the table with the charging speeds and power output of each port in its various combinations. If you'd like to know more, feel free to leave us a comment in the section below. We'll do our best to get back to you. But I think that for now, I'm quite happy with this Voltme charger, and I'll put it in rotation amongst my charging devices. 100 watts is handy. This is the sort of thing that I can use to charge my laptop and phone on the go. So I'll be packing this in my backpack and using it for this foreseeable future. Right then, thanks for watching if you made it this far into the video. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, and anything else we think makes the travel experience better. Again, thanks for watching, and this is the end of the 1000th video on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. Goodbye from me.